Talking about NewJeans is talking about Haerin, as she has been in the spotlight since the group's inception, perhaps because of her cat-like appearance or, as some of her peers say, her striking resemblance to a koala. So today we're going to tell you everything you need to know about Haerin. Content development. Kang Hae-rin, also known as Haerin, is, as you probably already know, a K-pop singer. But that's no secret to anyone. At just 17 years old, born on May 15, 2006, this young artist has had an interesting childhood. She was born in Pyeong, South Korea and ended up studying at Queen Elementary School, where her interest in music began. She has loved cats since she was young. In fact, she's constantly compared to one and it's one of her biggest life symbols. Another thing that characterized her a lot in her childhood was the ability to read people and, most importantly, the connection she had with making music and expressing herself through it. These two things being an important part of her life. Yes, listening to music, besides writing, but most of all drawing cats in her diary, to the extent that she even has a wallpaper of one that she drew herself, taking the role of being one very seriously, even in appearance. But apart from this genuine interest in music, was there anything else that drove her to it? Well, part of it came from her love of listening to music, which was one of her greatest pastimes. But another aspect was her family. She says that without the support of the people around her, she would never have dared to try because she felt like she was born to do it. But when exactly did she become involved in music? She joined a South Korean label called HYBE Corporation, where she spent some time as a trainee. At this label, she was lucky because only 2 years after joining, she had the opportunity to debut on a small album with the group that had been forming for a few years, led by Minji and Hani. It wasn't until the release of the album NewJeans that she would soon become known, catching the attention of many and formally launching her career, emerging as a public figure, earning the affection of both outsiders and those close to her, such as Hani, who has a special affection for her and considers her more akin to a koala than a cat. If she says so, it's probably true, but it was not always easy. Although she was able to overcome the most difficult aspect, the transition from being an apprentice to becoming one of the singers in a K-pop band, her young age obviously brought with it some very strong fears. According to her own words, she had several goals to achieve in order to consider herself a successful artist. Before going on stage, she had 3 clear goals: not to cry on her first day of performance, to make eye contact with the fans, and most importantly, to enjoy every moment on stage to the fullest. So what happened at her first concert? Well, not exactly what she expected. According to her, she was too nervous, which led to awkward moments. Nevertheless, she gave a great performance in a good first presentation, thus creating her own fan base, which in a strange way calls itself Haerin, which means, I like Haerin, I love Haerin. Something between adorable and terrifying at the same time. Not only did she capture the attention of the public, but she also caught the eye of some major brands. Seeing her sudden growth and the stability of her fan base, they ended up calling her to participate in things outside of her career as an artist in NewJeans, one of them being the appointment as a global ambassador for the jewelry and fashion brand Dior. That's why, at just 17 years old, she has managed to become a global sensation, attracting the attention of major brands. The best part is that her career is just taking off, and it will take a few more years to see how it consolidates, but she has a very promising future, having secured her position in a band in such a short time since starting as an apprentice. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button.